Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. So today we are talking about Paramount Plus's new movie, Honor Society.
My name's Honor, and you're gonna say I'm the classic overachiever. I started a school karate club and the food bank for the economically disadvantaged, while never letting my grades suffer.
And Honor Society stars Angourie, Gaten Matarazzo, and Christopher Mintz-Plasse. So Honor Society focuses on our main character, Honor, which is played by Angourie. She's the type of person that has to have everything planned out, and it's her senior year, so her goal is she wants to get into an Ivy League college because her biggest fear is that she ends up going somewhere and then she has to come back and she never ends up leaving her hometown. She ends up finding out that she's in a competition with 3 other students to get the coveted recommendation from her guidance counselor, so during this movie, she comes up with plans to make the other 3 students tank their grades for the semester. So I actually found out about this movie from Gaten Matarazzo's social media account because this is one of those films where I had no idea that this was coming out, no idea that this was even something that was being worked on until I saw him post about that. And I'm a big fan of his from Stranger Things, so I definitely want to try and support anything else that he does or any of the other kids from the show do as well. So I saw this and I was like, hey, I checked out the trailer, thought it had a really solid cast, and it's one of those things where you don't know about a project or a movie that's coming out and you end up watching it and it actually kind of blows you away. That's one of the best feelings as a film fan. And so one of the first things that I want to talk to you guys about is definitely the cast in this film because I thought that everyone was really great. Angourie is amazing as Honor. A lot of this film relies heavily on her performance, not only because she's our main character in the film, but because this character is constantly breaking the fourth wall throughout the movie, which is something that I thought worked really, really well. If this character was cast wrong, the character of Honor could have easily come off as super annoying, but because Angourie she's so charismatic and she just has a real charm to her, I ended up really loving this character in this movie. Gaten Matarazzo, he plays the character of Michael, which is one of the characters in the film that Honor is actually trying to take out, make him fail his classes because she's trying to get that coveted recommendation from her guidance counselor. But along the way, she actually starts to fall for his character. And I thought that Gaten, he was great in this film as well. He definitely has that, he has that charm again, just like he does when he's playing Dustin in Stranger Things. So I thought that worked. And just the chemistry between these 2 actors, these 2 characters in this film were really kind of the centerpiece where, there are our 2 main characters, and I thought that just worked really, really well. So great casting, great performances from both of those actors. But I honestly loved this whole entire cast, even though some of these other characters maybe don't get quite as much to do or say in the film. Some of them might be side characters, but I honestly, minus Christopher Mintz-Plasse's character, well, he does have a couple funny lines. He is definitely a little creepy in this movie, so that kind of threw me off a little bit at moments. But outside of that, I really enjoyed all these characters, and I really especially enjoyed getting to see the growth from certain characters like Kennedy and Travis in this movie. So overall, just a really, really nice cast in this project. As far as the comedy goes, man, I was laughing pretty freaking hard at several scenes throughout this movie, which I wasn't expecting to do that. I actually thought this was probably one of the funnier movies that I have seen in recent memory. And just the banter back and forth between different characters in the movie, I thought was really well done. So the comedy definitely worked, which is one of the biggest things that you want from a high school teen comedy like this. This movie actually also has a surprising amount of heart to it too, which I think really kind of takes it to the next level for me because, it's great that you have comedy in the film and you're laughing, but adding that extra level of heart, that I really appreciated. You were really invested in these characters, the journey that they're going on in this film, and there was actually a couple twists, surprising things that happened in this movie that I wasn't expecting, so that really worked for me too. Overall, I had a great time with Honor Society. With excellent performances from the cast, this high school comedy had me laughing throughout, and what might be my surprise hit of the year so far. Overall, as far as the score goes, I'm going to give this thing an 8.8 out of 10. Yeah, I really enjoyed this thing. Didn't really have any expectations, going into it since I had no idea this thing was coming out until very recently. But yeah, it's definitely, I just love that when I discover a movie that I didn't know about, go into it, and I ended up loving it. That's one of those things where it's like, wow, you can't get much better being a film fan with that. So Is this a movie that you guys have already seen? Definitely let me know down below in the comments. Like I said, I wasn't aware of it, so I'm curious how many of you guys are. If not, is this something that you are going to check out? I'm just really happy too, because I honestly feel like we don't get a lot of good teen comedies anymore, and I am just a sucker for those type of films. So when there's a good one that comes out, it's done well, yes, sign me up, please. So I'm just really excited that we got, you know, a film like this. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button as well as the bell button next to it. That way you get notifications for all my new videos. Give this video a thumbs up. And as always, guys, please make sure to check back for more Pop Culture with Pat.